Hey everybody, how's it going? It's me, Rodolfo Romo, and I have some really important things to talk about. First and foremost, um, don't ever let them, uh, big business, get away with them saying they were sane, because if you're working on something and it's the pinnacle of something, why would you add an additional vein saying they were sane? That's not the same thing. It's a different day. Okay, it's a different day, and it's getting away from time and space. Okay, so there's time and space that we live in. So when they say they, they, it puts you in a different vein of time and space. Okay, puts you in another vein of time and space. So don't let them say they when you're doing big business. Period. Don't let them start an argument using bread, because what they do is they use your cookies that you get from your ancestors who came on a different boat. They use your cookies to get your way to fly. That's what Yu-Gi-Oh has. The five-headed dragon. It's beyond. I think it's ascending. It's ascending, and then down, it's your fourth wall. I think at your fourth wall, and then third is your dynasty, and then the one and two is your snacks, your snacks, and one is your cookies. It's the very bare minimum lease, your cookies. So Yu-Gi-Oh has the flying over the dynasties, and they take your archetype food from where you're from. Okay, so you're not gonna ever gonna be at your highest pinnacle. Never. Highest pinnacle, and there's like 10 or more that I don't know right now, to be able to be strong. So be able to be strong, to have more veins in your body, to be a pinnacle and not have the shit DNA from this plane, not like this area that I'm from America, of California. I'll never be at my strongest if I don't get my freaking box of food to become my most max beyond max, even beyond max. I'll never, if I don't get my dynasty, if I, dynasty or my heritage, food. If I don't get my heritage food, I'll never, ever, ever, ever be truly a pinnacle, adding new veins to my body. Okay? So, know that Yu-Gi-Oh is it's the ultimate devil. It's the ultimate devil. It's the pentagram. But they need you to accept mistakes. So what they do is they use your last bit of your cookies that you have, last bit of your cookies that you have, and then they go and then they answer for you saying they were talking about, no, what are you talking about? Why are you trying to recycle somebody's food, their heritage? Why are you trying to get their dynasty? Why are you trying to take away their ability to fly? Being as happy as and strong as can be. Why are you acting like the amphibians when creatures used to be able to fly around, telling them to wish for metals in their bodies because the water will be heavier and it'll be more girthy inside your body? And that's how spirits get through the metals that the amphibians put in. They put the metals inside the amphibians do. That means that's the gray aliens more than half the time. And then the spirit realm comes and puts the white. Why do you think it glistens? Glistens. Why do you think you see fucking like white when you're walking by? Because those areas is where they actually put the spirit into the freaking earth and the ground. Think about it. Think about it. How many times have you seen it rain? And there was times where it glistened, and then there was times when it didn't, even when there was no light around. Think about it. Okay? Will Smith took the pinnacles. He took the pinnacles from Independence Day. Ever since Independence Day, there's different basically time and space timelines of goll. Will Smith took the goll. Why do you think out of everyone of the history of everyone, Will Smith had the gall to go on stage and slap that guy's face for just simply bringing up his family? He took the gall. He took the gall. The Japanese, they have the right to involve yourself. Evolve you if there's no motherfucking outlet. Okay? The reptilians, they're saying that in my head, from hearing for the telepathy, they're saying that the reptilians are not even reptilians, they're amphibians, because they can hang on walls. Anything that can hang on walls is an amphibian. It's not a reptilian. So there's a mixture of reptilians and amphibians that can hang on the walls. Okay? So let me try to remember some other stuff that I was trying to think about. Um, um, Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk is the biggest degenerate of the history of everything. Tony Hawk is the biggest history because if there's no one's face or anyone right there in the front of his games, he had everyone eradicated to take their pinnacles, to take their veins. That's why the only thing that was left was an eye, because a skull's not a thing. You just decide what the fuck it is, and you're in the place that you conduct business inside. You just fucking decide because you have the audacity to have a fucking. That means you're in your fucking head of someone else's race. Okay, so Tony Hawk took out an entire species. You literally had an entire species eradicated. So Tony Hawk is the biggest degenerate. Man, if you see a simulation of him not being around his family, he literally just does stupid shit. Literally, he'll just fucking go in your sink and fart on it until he shits on it. Okay? Okay? So, the sink is where the damn hogs do their business. The sink is where the hogs do their business. So, if you ever turned into because they smell really good. If you ever get involved in anything, don't ever get involved. Don't ever get involved with the hogs, period, because they're gonna turn you into metals, like the Russians, the Rothschilds. They're the creators of the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds. They're the freaking dogs that turn into the mutt ruts. They're the freaking dogs from Egypt that turn into the rut nuts. Look at them. Look at the way they look. Look how stern they are. They're, like I said before in my other video, they're the ones with the less meat on them. Probably most likely because they fucking ate it to the point where like we know we can't do this too much. We literally look like robots from the Russians. So be careful with the Russians because they're the ones that are the most fucking robotic. They're the ones that are the most fucking robotic looking. They're the ones that are the most robotic. So the Tony Hawk, and Lamb of God. If there's more than one freaking I think it's a. They're saying it's a freaking vulture, but you know a lot are arguing that it's a raven, and there's multi ravens around. The same fucking Tony Hawk having the raven, fucking Lamb of God having the raven, but they say it's a vulture. So that's something of high debate when you go to every motherfucking. They said it was every 3 sentences that I heard, but they smashed it down into the micro code. So not every 3 words, do every 3 sentences. But go back from the beginning of time because they changed how long a sentence should be. And see if some still live in that time frame that haven't made a mistake. Okay? So be sure to do it every 3 sentences. Or every 3 words. To go back to nouns. Okay? To go back to nouns. That's all for now, and thank you for your time.